So that's our macronutrients out the way. Now we're going to have a look at water, all right? Water is very important for our bodies, and it's that fountain of health. Now our bodies are 75% water. Some people say we're 70% water, some people say we're 85, whatever. I'm just going to say that we're made out of a lot of water. Now clients come to me and they say, all right, well, I don't drink much water and I'm all right, I'm not even thirsty. And I'm like, all right, so for like 500 ml a day, they say, yeah, that's good. And they say, well, why do I need it? If I'm not thirsty, why do I need it? Now, because water is so precious to your body, if you're not drinking it, your body's going to retain it. It's going to be water retentive, all right? Now, if you retain that water because your body needs it so much, now if your body holds on to that water, then it's also going to hold on to those toxins as well, all right? And there's that toxin molecule back. So that's not what you want. Now, your toxins are going to hinder your body, all right? We're going to see how badly toxins can stop you from losing that fat. All right, so we need to flush out and detox your system, and the best way of doing it, the best detoxifier we have is water. Now, the other reason water is so important is because we need twice as much water as carbohydrates. So we put carbohydrates in our system, and if we don't put water in as well, just say we have this much carbohydrate, we're going to need twice as much water just to break it down. So just say we have carbohydrate in our digestive tract, and we haven't had any water. Water's going to come from the blood from the outside. It's called an osmotic effect. Break down that carbohydrate and just drag it back in anyway. So you probably recognize that if you were to have carbohydrate in the morning when you're dry and you haven't had any water yet, you're just going to feel even more bogged down. All right, so you need water just to break down that carbohydrate. Another reason why water is important is just to flush that protein out of your liver and out of your kidneys. All right, you need to detox your liver and your kidneys from this protein. Now, your liver has to deal with all these elements, yeah? Remember, it's that fish net that collects everything. It's that sorting bin that collects everything and sells it where it needs to go. Now, remember, at the lowest end of your priority list is your stored fat. Okay, so stored fat is at the lowest end. So what you need to do with this water is swish it all away and detox, and what you've got at the end product is a very clean liver. Now your fat stores, now your liver can be responsible for up to 40% of your fat loss. So your muscles are responsible for 60%. Now your liver is clever enough to burn 40% of your fat loss, and that's why water is important. You hear a lot of people say, man, I drink so much water and yeah, I'm losing fat. That's exactly why, because their liver has gotten rid of those other priorities which have been in its way, and now you can start to burn that fat. Another reason why water is good is because when you wake up in the morning, you've been to the toilet a couple of nights throughout the night, and you're waking up and you're pretty dry. So you feel like you've got a sort of little bit groggy, a little bit of a hangover. The only reason why alcohol makes you feel like you've got a hangover is because it just dehydrates you even more. All right, so flood yourself with water. Now, water does dilute your blood and it will bring down your breath test. So if you want to rehydrate yourself, it does work. All right, it's not that I can testify to it, but now what it also does is it increases 10% performance. Moreover, you're going to lose 10% performance if you're not hydrated properly. All right, so you have those pre-workout supplements, they're going to give you 1 to 2% advantage at best. All right, 1 to 2%. Don't have that stuff. Just have water instead. Now, just think about someone that goes for like a running. All right, running uses up heaps of water. Now, just say that person wakes up and has breakfast, has that carbohydrate, it's going to dry him out even more, and then he goes for that kilometre run, and he's trying to do his best time. There's no way he's going to do his best time because that water isn't there to facilitate it. So if someone has a lot of water, then they're going to perform a lot better. So if you're a small girl, have 3 litres. If you're a big guy, have 5 litres. Yeah, 3 to 5 litres a day is what you need. Don't have your 500 ml. Don't even have your 2 litres. If you're on diet, you need to flush those kidneys out and make it viable for you to lose fat.